Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be a first impressions get ready with me on the Melt Cosmetics Rust eyeshadow palette. I was going to go live today, but I didn't get any responses from Erica or Marley, so I figured just to film the first impressions anyway, and then I might just go live tomorrow using this palette. So we're going to jump into the palette. I'm so excited to use this today. I think I'm just going to use this palette for my look. And I'm not going to jump into like any transition shades or anything like that. I'm just going to use this palette. I think we're going to go for more of like the warmer tones today. And since I'm wearing like an orangey type of sweat jacket, I think the first shade I'm going to go into is this shade called Antique. It's a really pretty neutral palette, and I'm so excited to jump into this. I've never used Melt before at all. And also I just wanted to say before I get into the palette, unfortunately, Melt Cosmetics has to stop shipping for now. They did put a statement on their website yesterday, unfortunately, that they are not able to fulfill any orders right now because I guess since they're a California-based company, they said that they have to comply with LA's non-essential business order, and anything that's non-essential has to stop shipping out for now. Same thing with ColourPop. But if you were interested in getting this palette, I did get this from the Melt Cosmetics website. I was actually pretty lucky to get it from there because, and this was only priority 2-day mail, so it came relatively quickly. I think I ordered it on like Thursday or Friday, and it came yesterday, so it came very fast. I think I ordered it Thursday, and it came to me on Monday. It came way faster than ColourPop's orders do, which was great. But if you were interested in ordering this palette, unfortunately you can't get it on Melt, but you can get it on Sephora, since Sephora started selling Melt a couple of months back, and they just put this palette available on Sephora, I think very recently, because it wasn't available on Sephora until like a couple of days later. So I'm going to go into that shade Antique, and I'm going to start working that into the crease. I did just spray down my brushes, so I don't know if they're a little bit stiff right now, but from what I noticed about these eyeshadows is that they're very, very soft and very smooth when I was swatching them, so I was thinking that it would probably work the same on my eyes. So I'm going to go into that peachy shade first and just buff that in the crease and like build it up a little. And I am going to go to my boyfriend's house today. I didn't go yesterday. I just needed a break. And I needed to do some cleaning. I'm probably just going to be seeing him every other day now rather than seeing him almost every day. It's just getting harder to get out and see him because I really just am a little bit hesitant about going now because of everything that's going on. Okay, why is it that the orange is like way more pigmented on the other side and not this side? See, that's the bad thing about me washing my brushes first or spraying them first, because I feel like this one's kind of blending out a little bit better. Sorry, it just annoys me, but at the same time, who cares? So I'm just going to keep on building up that color. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to do the same on this eye. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, I really like that. It's a really nice, soft, peachy toned color. So that's the first shade, and I really like it. I just don't know why it's taking me so long to blend out this color. Usually it doesn't take me this long. I just kind of woke up feeling a little bit off today, and yesterday I felt a little bit off. I mean, I think I felt a little bit better yesterday. Just like today, I still feel like very tired. Feel very tired. Can I speak? And then for the crease shade, I'm kind of thinking about dipping into Rubbish or Rust. But I feel like Rust, I feel like these shades are such good deepening shades, but at the same time, like, I think I'm going to stick with the warmer shade. So I'm going to dip into that shade. It's very pigmented, so I'm not going to take too much. And then I'm just going to use that as my defining shade. just to add a little bit of warmth. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, that blends really nice. And there is quite a bit of kick up from the pan because these seem to be pretty pigmented shades. So just keep that in mind. I should have sprayed my brushes last night and not waited until like 12 o'clock today, but I waited like 2 hours to do my makeup so they could dry a little bit, but then I feel like it's always harder to build up eyeshadow when I do it, so. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, okay. So I did stay home yesterday, and me and my mom and my brother watched a movie last night called The Good Liar, and it's with Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen. So now I'm going to dip into the shade called Mar, which is this really pretty like chocolatey brown shade, and I'm going to use that on the outer corners. Again, very, very pigmented. You don't really need too much at all. I'm going to put that on my outer corners. So far, I am really impressed with these mattes. They blend really nicely, and they're very pigmented. But I've heard that Melt's eyeshadows are very pigmented, so. So yeah, we watched that movie, and it was really, really good. We originally wanted to watch Little Women, but we had to buy it for $15. I mean, my mom was still wanting to watch it, and she was still willing to pay for it. But I was like, maybe we should just wait a couple days, because most of these, there are quite a bit of movies on Amazon right now that we want to watch that we're just waiting to be able to rent rather than buy. But since that popped up, I was like, oh, this movie looked good. I was like, do you want to watch it? Excuse me. I still gotta dust this room. It's a work in progress. Work in progress. Ever since I vacuumed my room, it's definitely been easier to be in here because I'm just so bad about. I'm like never here, so I'm never able to clean enough. So, all right. So I'm just gonna. I just don't know why this eye isn't working with me today. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. And now I'm just going to apply some glitter glue, but it was so good. Like, it was very suspenseful, if I could speak. It was very suspenseful. It's about this con artist, which is Ian McKellen's character, messages Helen Mirren online and is looking for like a companion, and he ends up like trying to con her out of her fortune. Like, you pretty much know that from the get-go. Like, I'm not really giving anything away. But then there's a twist where, I mean, I pretty much figured it out anyway, that I knew that the twist was going to happen. But I thought it was really good. It was very intriguing. You kind of were hooked the entire time. Like, I thought it wasn't going to be as good as it was, and it was actually really, really good. So, I really liked it. Okay, so I'm kind of torn on which lid shade I want to use. I kind of want to use the gold shade, but this shade would also be really pretty today. I think I'm going to go in with the bronze one, which is the shade Redox. I think I'm going to use that. I'll use the gold shade tomorrow. This one is very, very pigmented, so let's see how this applies. Oh, wow. That is like butter. Yeah, seriously, like butter. That is really nice. I swear, like, shimmers from companies, like these companies, like Kaleidos and ColourPop, and these are really, really just blowing me away lately. This is a really, really nice metallic. Like, you don't even need to wet eyeshadows anymore because I feel like more brands have perfected metallics. This is actually a really nice one. Oh, wow, that's really nice. And I barely need any of it on my finger because it's so pigmented. Excuse me. Yeah, wow, that's really nice. Such a pretty metallic. My mom's watching TV this time, so she's not bothering me. Oh, very pretty. Very, very pretty. I really like this shade. Wow. That is stunning. Stunning. So pigmented. Wow. Okay, and then for the brow bone, oh, so pretty. I'm going to go into the lightest shade in the palette, which is this shade called Classic. I'm not sure if it's going to be too dark for me, but I'm only going to take a little bit, but wow, that is so pigmented. I'm going to pop that up here. It's actually a pretty good shade for me. It reminds me of the shade that's in the Going Coconuts palette, but this one's slightly more pigmented, and it doesn't have glitter in it like the ColourPop one does. It's like the shade Shredded in the Going Coconuts palette. This one's really nice. It's very pigmented, and it's not too yellow on my brow bone, which I really like. Wow. Good palette so far. Very good. Very impressed. I'm just going to take that, what was the shade that I used? Rust, just to clean up a little bit of that transfer from the metallic shade. Wow, that's really easy to clean up. Oh, wow, these are such rich, warm mattes, like really nice. And then I'm going to take that Mars shade again just to build up a little bit more of the outer corners. Do the same over here. Oh, wow, these are really nice. Wow, I'm so impressed. Just gonna take a little bit more right here. Yeah, that's way better. Oh my god, so pretty. Wow. The shimmer is a little bit crumbly though, especially this one because it is kind of scraping a little bit of the pan. So kind of too much of the eyeshadow is coming up. But it doesn't affect the pigmentation, which I really like. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the eyes for now. I'm just going to clean up the under eyes and then we'll jump into the face. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the face. Sorry, just wanted a sip of water. So I'm just going to take my usual MAC Prep and Prime. I'm almost done with this stuff. I don't know why I'm spraying it like in my mouth. Dumb idiot. And then I'm just going to take the e.l.f. primer. I don't know why everything is like in a different place today. I feel like I'm going to use this primer up relatively quickly too because I just use it every day. I have to start using the baby skin one more. I just can't be bothered. I just use the one that's right here. Okay, and then for my face, I'm going to jump into the Bare Minerals foundation stick. I am still trying to use this up, so a couple more uses and I should be completely done with it. Like I said, I've been using the Tinted Moisturizer a ton from ColourPop, and then this is like basically one of the only other foundations I'm using, and then I just used the Bite Beauty foundation this past weekend. So I am still I am still rotating a couple of different foundations, but nothing too crazy. I mean, I love this foundation because it's such light coverage. And it blends out so nicely. But how many times can I say that I love this foundation, you know? I think I've said it like a million times already. It just sucks I can't take advantage of my other foundations now, like my full coverage ones. Like, I'm not going to wear any of those right now. I'm just going to concentrate on using up certain ones probably for now. Because there really is no point of wearing different foundations that are like full coverage because I don't need that right now because it's not like I'm going out for a long period of time. I'm just going to my boyfriend's house, so. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my usual concealer, which is my Tarte concealer. But I really didn't wear makeup yesterday. I just wore it to film and then I literally just took it off. But I just wore it to film the haul video, so I haven't worn it since Sunday. So I took it off Sunday night and then I just wore it for like an hour or so to film and that was it. But when this came, this eyeshadow palette, it came to the mailbox, so I had to go down and get it. Like, it didn't come up the driveway like they did with the ColourPop package. But I think they're trying to do more no-contact deliveries, so I had to go down and get it, which is fine. It's not like I was doing anything else anyway, and I wanted to film the haul video, so I just wanted to grab it. Surprised I haven't went through this concealer yet. It lasts forever, man. Okay, I feel like I'm going to go through the Maybelline one faster. But I just used that yesterday, so I was like, let me use the Tarte one today. So that metallic shade is transferring quite a bit, but again, I don't really care. I'm just going to put a little bit more of the matte shade in the crease. So hopefully it'll help it not transfer as much. And then for my setting powder, I'm just going to use the ColourPop No Filter because I've been working on using this up lately. This one I swear has lasted me such a long time. This one's a pretty hard one to use up as well. It's funny how it's so much smaller than the Thrive one, but the Thrive one I used up faster because I was using it every day. So now this one I'm probably going to concentrate on using on almost every day. Concentrate on using every day. There we go. Third time's a charm. I think we're just gonna order Chinese food today and that's it. But I'm not intending to go anywhere for him. We're just gonna order food and that's it. This frickin' pimple right here is driving me nuts. But I haven't really like paid attention to the stuff that they've been saying today because like it's just too depressing sometimes to watch it all the time. So sometimes I try to avoid it, but at the same time I'm still keeping myself informed. And then I'm just going to take my Charlotte Tilbury powder because again I'm still trying to use this up. So alright, I think it's time to say goodbye to this because every time I swirl it around in here, another piece of the powder falls out of the pan, and then I have to throw it out anyway, so I don't think there's really any point of trying to use this up anymore. But I love it. Like, I don't want to get rid of it because I freaking love it. It's still, like, my favorite powder. Alright, so let's fix up a little bit of that transfer. I'm just going to take that shade again. Which is the shade Rust. I'm just going to buff that in the crease again because that is transferring quite a bit. That's not the shade I was using. Oh my god. You can see how agitated I'm getting right now. Sorry. Sometimes it's a little bit annoying. Okay, and then I don't know if this shade is too dark. Yeah, that shade is definitely too dark to put in the inner corners. So I'm just going to smudge something on the lower lash line because I think that most of these colors in this palette are a little bit too dark for the inner corners. Let me just put a smudging. Oh my god, Caitlin. Let me just put a. It's amazing how I removed my laptop from here because my boyfriend wanted to look at it for me. So it's at his house right now, like my Windows laptop, but I still have no room on my actual desk. Like, it's amazing. So I'm just going to go into the shade I've been working on from ColourPop to try and hit pan on. Forget what this shade is called. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm just going to apply it first. I don't know what is going on outside right now. Hang on one sec. Okay, so I just finished applying that inner corner shade. I think they're like cutting something down outside. I don't even know. So for the lower lash line, I think I'm going to take the shade Rubbish, which is this like medium mustardy brown. I'm going to use that. I think it looks like a really pretty shade to put underneath. Wow, that's really nice. It's just very buttery. Kind of need to pee. But I hope Marley and Erica are okay. I'm surprised that they didn't answer back, but it's okay. So I was like, I'm just going to film and go to my boyfriend's house. Because I want to start going earlier to his house and like leaving earlier because I feel a little weird leaving so late now. I don't know what the heck is going on outside at all. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm just going to do my liner, which is a little bit of my new liner from L'Oreal. Because your girl ain't got time for brown liner. Okay, and then I'm going to just coat my lashes with my go-to mascara, which is my Wet n Wild Mega Length. I'm sure you guys are very tired of seeing the same products, but these are what I like to use on a daily basis, so. I'm just going to grab my bronzer, blush, and highlight and finish coating my lashes. Okay, so for bronzer, I'm just going to use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm not sure what I want for a highlight yet. I haven't decided. Really, hair? And then for blush, I'm going to go with kind of a throwback, and this is the Balm's Hot Mama. I was kind of thinking about using this for the past couple of days, and I saw Andrea Vitiliano talk about this on her blush declutter recently. I was like, ooh, I should use that. So I decided to whip it out and use it today. It's a really nice peachy tone blush. It's kind of similar to NARS's Luster or like Too Faced Papa Don't Peach or Peach Blush, whatever it's called. It's pretty similar to those, which I do want to use both of those soon as well. My hair's driving me nuts. I do want kind of like a gold highlight today. I mean, when is it that I don't want a gold highlighter? I'm just not sure which one. Think about going with an Anastasia Glow Kit, maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna pick out a highlighter real quick. Okay, so since I was using a blush from the Balm, I decided to go with the Mary Luminizer by the Balm highlighter. I wanted to use this a while back, but I keep on forgetting to whip it out and use it. So I was like, you know what? Let's use it today. It's also like completely shattered, but that's why I can't show it to you, but it's such a pretty highlighter. Let's see. I don't know if it's like really... Okay, there we go. There we go. I was like, why isn't it picking up? So pretty. It's like such an angelic highlight. I love it so much. I'm so used to like super sparkly in your face highlights, but this one is gorgeous still. Like, look at that. That is so stunning. It has such a buttery smooth formula. Oh, I'm glad I decided to use this one today. It's so pretty. I mean, that is stunning. Still feel like it's a little bit more intense on the other side. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, and then I'm just going to spray my face with my Flower Beauty spray. Just take some water first. And then I'm going to just brush through my brows. We're almost done. And then we'll do the lips. Sorry, I'm a little bit quiet. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody's hanging in there. Okay, and then for the lips, I'm going to go into one of the new lipsticks from ColourPop that I got, and I haven't used this shade yet. So this is the ColourPop Luxe Velvet Lipstick in the shade Casual Dress. I'm going to put this one on my lips. Oh, these are such perfect everyday nude shades. I love them. It's like tickling my lips though, like the applicator. But yeah, I don't even bother with lip liner recently. I usually only really wear it to work, but since I'm not working, like, who cares? A little bit more. I do find with these you have to re-dip into it a couple times. But that's because they're like buildable colors. I'm just going to finish it up off camera. Alright, you guys, so this is the finished look. Here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. So I really like how this look turned out. Again, I am very impressed on the Melt Cosmetics Rust palette. Sorry, my hair is driving me nuts. These are really nice pigmented eyeshadows, and like I said, these aren't any like revolutionary eyeshadow shades. Like, this is just a typical rusty toned eyeshadow palette, but I've never tried their formula before, so I really was interested in trying them for a really long time, and I felt like this palette was the perfect opportunity for me to try them because their Rust Stack is their most popular item, and I did not want to pay like $50 for 4 eyeshadows, so I thought this was a much better buy because you get 10 shades in here. I mean, these palettes are a bit pricey, but again, I did decide to pay it off in installments rather than just paying it all up front, and I find that's much easier for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Again, I can't wait to play with more shades in this palette. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media, and of course, I love the ColourPop Luxe Velvet lipsticks. I am obsessed with this shade. I think it looks so pretty. And of course, I love the Balms powder products. Those are really the only products that I have from them. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!